Despite his successful transition from Hollywood movies to starring in the popular TV show My Three Sons, Fred MacMurray often felt a mix of sadness and anger about the series. While he appreciated the steady work and the chance to connect with viewers weekly, he sometimes struggled with the expectations placed on him as the lead. The show's success brought him recognition beyond film, but it also kept him tied to a role that limited his artistic exploration in other areas. During the filming, MacMurray occasionally expressed frustration about being typecast in the father figure role, feeling that it overshadowed his ability to portray more complex characters he had enjoyed in movies. Behind the scenes, there were moments when he longed to revisit the film industry or take on different kinds of projects. Yet the commitments to the show kept him bound to a single persona. His internal conflict grew as he balanced his desire for artistic fulfillment with the demands of his television commitments, leading to feelings of sadness about the missed opportunities and anger at being pigeonholed. Despite these emotions, he managed to maintain professionalism, but those feelings of dissatisfaction lingered beneath his calm exterior. Over time, he accepted his role in the series, even as he continued to hope for more diverse acting opportunities in the future. Yet the residual sadness and frustration often stayed with him, making his experience with My Three Sons a complex chapter in his long and varied career. Born on August 30, 1908, Frederick Martin MacMurray, later known as Fred MacMurray, was raised in Kankakee, Illinois, a small city in the Midwest. Growing up in a humble family, he learned the values of hard work and modesty, which stayed with him throughout his life and career. In his early years, MacMurray did not plan to become an actor. Instead, he followed his love for music and played the saxophone with local bands. His musical talent gave him joy and allowed him to express himself. However, as time went on, he discovered that he had a talent for acting as well. This change of interest led him to later pursue a career in movies. MacMurray's journey to fame was marked by his special talent and natural presence on screen. He made his way into the film industry and quickly gained attention with his impressive performances. One of his most famous movies was Double Indemnity, where he played an insurance salesman caught in a dangerous murder scheme. His role in this film was exciting and showed how good he was at portraying complex characters. Besides that, MacMurray also showed his comedic skills in The Egg and I, which made audiences laugh. He acted alongside Katharine Hepburn in Alice Adams, and his role in The Caine Mutiny, a war drama, proved his ability to act in serious stories. Later, he starred in The Apartment, highlighting his wide range of talent. Throughout his life, MacMurray remained grounded, and his early experiences and humble background helped shape a successful acting career that left a lasting mark on Hollywood. Certainly, in the later part of his long and successful career, Fred MacMurray became a well-known name in many households, not only because of his dramatic acting, but also because of his work in family-friendly movies made by Disney. His role in the film The Shaggy Dog helped introduce him to a whole new group of fans, especially young viewers who enjoyed his comedy and the story's charming humor. In this movie, he played a quiet, mild-mannered man who unexpectedly turns into a dog, which brought lots of laughs and touching moments that connected with audiences of all ages. His performances in Disney films like The Absent-Minded Professor and its sequel, Son of Flubber, further proved his talent and versatility as an actor. In these movies, he played scientists who may seem a little clumsy, but are genuinely kind and well-meaning. His characters added a playful, humorous touch to the films, making them fun for children and adults alike. This ability to switch between serious roles and lighthearted family movies showed how adaptable MacMurray was, and it helped him gain widespread admiration from audiences of all ages. His work in these Disney films made him a beloved figure, known for his warm screen presence and his knack for bringing joy and laughter to the viewers. His contributions to Disney's success in the family film genre solidified his place as a star who could entertain everyone. After a successful career in Hollywood films, Fred MacMurray made a significant move into television in 1960 when he accepted the lead role in the series My Three Sons. This family sitcom became one of the longest-running live-action sitcoms in the history of American television. In the show, MacMurray played the character of Steve Douglas, a widowed father who was responsible for raising his three sons alone. His portrayal of Steve Douglas showed a man who was both kind-hearted and firm, qualities that made him a relatable and admired figure for viewers. The show was important because it was one of the first to depict a non-traditional family dynamic, with a single father taking care of his children. This resonated with many viewers who saw themselves in the everyday challenges and successes of the Douglas family. MacMurray's decision to go into television was a big step at the time, as many Hollywood actors believed television was not as prestigious as movies. His willingness to take on the role helped change attitudes and prove that television could be a serious and valuable form of entertainment. This move by MacMurray also opened doors for other well-known actors to consider working in television, which was then still seen as a different world from Hollywood films. His work on My Three Sons not only brought him new fame, but also helped transform the way actors viewed the TV industry, encouraging many to see it as a legitimate and rewarding career path. Firstly, Fred MacMurray was the main actor in the television show My Three Sons, where he played the role of Steve Douglas, a widower raising three sons after the loss of his wife. Although the provided summary focuses on the cast and crew, Fred MacMurray's performance was central to the show's success, as he brought warmth, kindness, and stability to his character, making the family feel real and relatable. The cast of My Three Sons included notable actors who contributed to the show's charm and engaging family dynamic. William Frawley, known for his role as Bub O'Casey, added humor and fatherly wisdom, endearing himself to viewers with his comic relief and heartfelt moments. The Three Sons, Tom Considine as Mike, Don Grady as Robbie, and Stanley Livingston as Chip, each portrayed different aspects of growing up in America, showcasing a variety of teenage experiences. Their characters reflected the challenges and joys faced by young people in a single-parent household, and their interactions with Fred MacMurray's character created a genuine sense of family that was both touching and entertaining. The cast worked together seamlessly, creating stories that many families could relate to, and their performances helped make My Three Sons a beloved show that remains a fond memory for many viewers. The crew behind the scenes also played a role in shaping the show's warm tone, ensuring it connected emotionally with audiences across generations. Overall, the cast and crew of My Three Sons created a relatable and heartwarming portrayal of family life that continues to be remembered fondly by viewers. Firstly, Fred MacMurray was a well-known actor who played a significant role in the history of television and film. Because he had a very busy schedule, he came up with a special way of working that was quite different from usual. He wanted to film all his scenes for an entire season in just 65 days. This was a very demanding schedule, but he managed to organize it in a way that worked for him. He requested what became known as the MacMurray method, a unique production approach that allowed him to focus on filming only the scenes he needed during those intense filming periods. This method involved filming scenes out of the order they would appear on the show or in the movie. Instead of shooting scenes in the order they would be seen by viewers, the cast and crew would film scenes from different episodes or storylines at different times. This approach meant MacMurray could work intensely for a few months, then take time off to do other projects or enjoy personal pursuits. It also meant that the rest of the cast and the crew had to be very careful with continuity because they would not have MacMurray on set every day. They had to match his scenes perfectly, so the story would flow smoothly, even though they were filmed out of order. While this was challenging for the actors and crew, it also set a new standard in television production. It showed that even big stars could have special schedules and still produce high-quality shows. The MacMurray method became a model for future productions that needed flexible schedules for high-profile actors. MacMurray's insistence on this method demonstrated his influence in the industry, as well as his ability to adapt productions to fit his needs. His approach highlighted the importance of teamwork, planning, and creativity in making television and movies, especially when working with busy actors or tight schedules. Although demanding, this method opened the door for more flexible filming techniques that could accommodate the needs of top actors while still delivering quality entertainment. Although Fred MacMurray was a key part of the show, the rest of the cast and crew had to follow strict rules to keep everything consistent. They had to make sure that each character looked the same from week to week, which meant male actors often received weekly haircuts to keep their appearances uniform. This requirement was very important because the scenes were not always filmed in order, and the team needed to maintain a steady look for continuity. Since Fred MacMurray was only available at certain times, the production team had to be very organized. They filmed scenes out of sequence, often without MacMurray, and still had to make sure that when the scenes were put together, everything matched perfectly. This was a big challenge, but showed how dedicated everyone was. They worked hard, and with great teamwork to create a seamless story for the viewers. Every detail, from costumes to hair to background characters, was carefully managed so that fans never saw any gaps or mistakes. The process was demanding but well worth it, as it kept the show smooth and enjoyable for audiences week after week, highlighting the strong collaboration among the cast and crew to bring the Douglas family to life. Throughout its 12-year run, My Three Sons experienced many changes that helped it stay popular with viewers. One of the biggest changes happened in 1965 when the show moved from ABC to CBS. This move allowed the series to be broadcast in color, which was a big advancement in television at that time. Television was shifting from black and white to color, and My Three Sons adapted to these new standards. This change made the show look brighter and more appealing, helping it attract new viewers and keeping current fans interested. Moving to color also meant the show could stay up to date with the new technology that many households were starting to enjoy. Each season of the show included new storylines and plot developments. This helped keep the series fresh and interesting, making sure viewers stayed engaged. The series worked hard to stay relevant in a world where television was changing quickly. They understood that audiences wanted more realistic and lively stories, so the show evolved and adapted over time. The changes in broadcasting style, the move to color, and the continual updates and storylines all contributed to My Three Sons remaining on TV for many years, showing how important it is to grow with the times when making a long-running series. These updates reflected how television as a whole was changing, and the show managed to keep its place in families' living rooms through all of these adjustments. Because of his long career, Fred MacMurray became a well-known actor in Hollywood. He appeared in many movies and TV shows, earning praise from audiences and critics alike. Over the years, MacMurray showed his talent in different roles, from sincere family men to charming lead characters. His screen presence was strong and warm, making him a favorite for many viewers. Though he was most famous for his work in films, especially in movies like Double Indemnity and The Apartment, he also made a significant impact on television. His gentle demeanor and versatility allowed him to connect with audiences of all ages. Despite the changes that happened behind the scenes in the television industry, actors like MacMurray helped keep shows consistent and beloved over time. Just as in one story, where William Frawley was replaced by William Demarest because of health issues, actors like MacMurray remind us that adaptability is essential in entertainment. The show's success depends on many factors, including the strength of its cast and the way they bring stories to life. Sometimes, real-life circumstances require replacing cast members to keep a series going, and this process is handled carefully to maintain the show's spirit. MacMurray's career exemplifies the dedication and resilience needed to succeed in show business, inspiring many future actors. His legacy continues to be remembered for his talent, kindness, and the timeless characters he brought to the screen. Certainly, Fred MacMurray was a well-known actor who played a central role in a popular family television series. During the show's run, there was a significant change in the cast when Tim Considine, who portrayed the eldest son named Mike, decided not to renew his contract. This decision was made after he had a dispute with the producers, and as a result, the character of Mike was written out of the series. The writers chose to explain his departure by having Mike move away, which was a natural way to change the storyline without disrupting the overall flow of the show. However, this change created a noticeable void in the Douglas family, as the eldest son was no longer part of the story. To fill this gap and keep the show engaging, the writers introduced a new character, Ernie. Ernie was a friend of Chip, the younger son, and was played by Barry Livingston. Interestingly, Barry Livingston was the real-life brother of actor Stanley Livingston, who played Chip. The addition of Ernie to the family brought a fresh energy to the series and helped reinforce the show's message that family bonds are not only about blood relations, but also about love and friendship. The show's creators handled these cast changes carefully, ensuring the series could continue to evolve naturally and maintain its appeal. This approach helped the show stay relevant and relatable for its audience, demonstrating the importance of adaptability in television storytelling. Fred MacMurray's presence in the series remained strong, providing stability and continuity for viewers, even as other characters came and went. The cast departures and new introductions reflected a thoughtful and creative effort to keep the program lively and meaningful for audiences of all ages. As the show progressed, Fred MacMurray's character played a central role in shaping the storylines that reflected real family life. His character experienced the same ups and downs that many families face over the years. Don Grady's character, Robbie, grew from a young boy into a young man, and during this time, he married Tina Cole's character, Katie. This marriage brought new storylines focused on young love and the challenges of building a life together. As they faced the joys and struggles of marriage, the show also explored their journey into parenthood. The birth of triplets marked a significant turning point, adding new layers to the story by highlighting themes of responsibility and family unity. These developments showed how a family can grow and change over time, mirroring the real aging process of characters in a family. Through these storylines, the show demonstrated a commitment to portraying realistic family scenarios that many viewers could relate to. This focus on authentic family growth helped keep the show popular and relevant for many years, reflecting its longevity and dedication to storytelling about family life. By watching these characters develop from childhood to adulthood and facing life's challenges together, audiences found a sense of familiarity and connection that made the show special and enduring. Since the show depicted Fred MacMurray's character, Steve, eventually remarrying, it marked an important development in the series that resonated with many viewers. In the storyline, Steve marries Beverly Garland's character, Barbara, a single mother, which introduces a new family dynamic to the show. This remarriage not only brought together two different lives, but also expanded the family by including Barbara's daughter, Dodie, who becomes a central part of the story. Steve's decision to formally adopt Dodie highlights a commitment to creating a loving and stable family environment, emphasizing themes of love, acceptance, and unity. This plotline of remarriage and blended families was significant because it reflected real societal changes, where traditional family structures were evolving and more non-traditional arrangements became common. The series approached these themes with care and sensitivity, exploring the complexities and challenges of combining different family members while maintaining a warm and hopeful tone. By doing so, the show provided viewers with relatable stories that showcased the importance of understanding and caring for all family members, regardless of their backgrounds or previous experiences. The storyline of on-screen remarriage by Fred MacMurray's character helped to normalize the concept of blended families and demonstrated that love and family bonds could grow stronger through changes and new beginnings. The series continued to handle these themes in a way that balanced realism with the heartfelt values that made it beloved. Although Fred MacMurray is best known for his role in My Three Sons, where he played the caring father Steve Douglas, his work also included attempts to expand the story of this beloved family through a spin-off. In 1971, a pilot titled Three of a Kind was created, focusing on Robbie, Katie, and their triplets. The idea was to show how the family was adjusting to life in San Francisco after leaving the main setting of My Three Sons. The pilot aimed to give viewers a new look at the characters' lives and the challenges they faced as a larger family living in a different city. However, despite efforts to continue their story, the network decided not to pick up the pilot as a full series. This meant that the potential new series ended without seeing the light of day on television. Still, the fact that this pilot was made shows how popular the characters of My Three Sons remained. Fans wanted to see more of the family's everyday experiences and growth, which reflects the impact Fred MacMurray and the show had on viewers. Even though the spin-off was not successful, it demonstrates the lasting influence of the original series and the fond memories audiences retain for the characters. The attempt to create Three of a Kind highlights how the show's characters had become an important part of many people's lives, inspiring hopes for more stories about their future. Certainly, Fred MacMurray, a well-known actor, left behind a legacy through the work of Don Grady, who was famous for playing Robbie Douglas on the television show My Three Sons. Grady started acting as a teenager, and over the years on the show, he grew from a young boy into a young man. His performance made a big difference in the series and helped shape the show's success. Don Grady was not only an actor, but also a musician, and his talents in both fields contributed to his popularity. His role as Robbie Douglas is remembered fondly by many fans who watched the show as children or teenagers. Grady's career lasted many years, and his work on My Three Sons remains a significant part of his legacy. Sadly, Don Grady passed away on June 27, 2012, at the age of 68. Despite his passing, his contributions to television and music continue to be appreciated. His character's journey on the show and his talent in real life helped create a lasting impression. Fans and viewers who grew up watching him feel grateful for his work and the memorable moments he shared through his acting. Grady's legacy is a testament to his dedication, talent, and the joy he brought to audiences over the years. His influence in the world of television is still remembered today, and many people hold his memory dear because of the warmth and personality he brought to his roles. His contribution to entertainment remains a cherished part of television history and continues to inspire new generations of actors and fans alike. Although Fred MacMurray was not part of My Three Sons, he is a prominent actor known for his many years of work in movies and television. MacMurray became a well-loved star because of his warm personality and natural acting style. He appeared in a variety of films, but is especially remembered for his role in the Disney movie The Absent-Minded Professor, where he played an endearing and clumsy college professor. This role made him a household name and showcased his ability to bring humor and kindness to his characters. MacMurray also starred in the TV series My Three Sons as Steve Douglas, the caring father of three boys, a role that made him a familiar face in American homes for many years. His performance was marked by a gentle strength and sincerity that resonated with audiences. Throughout his career, Fred MacMurray was known for choosing roles that reflected his values of goodness and honesty. He maintained a reputation as a professional actor who brought depth and integrity to every part he played. His work in My Three Sons was especially notable because it demonstrated his talent for connecting with viewers and portraying a heartfelt family man. Despite the show's final season facing a challenging time slot and declining ratings due to CBS moving it to a late Monday night at 10 p.m., the series retained its caring tone and emotional essence. The last season was a farewell, giving loyal fans a chance to say goodbye to the characters and remember the series' original warmth and humor. The change in scheduling showed the network's interest in newer shows, but My Three Sons still kept its dignity and continued to reflect the values of family and love. Fred MacMurray's contribution to the show helped cement his legacy as a beloved actor who could embody the ideal of a caring, dependable father figure. His career remains a testament to his talent and to the lasting impression he made on audiences. After many years of dedicated work on the television show My Three Sons, Fred MacMurray was initially pleased when the network, CBS, announced that they would renew the series for a 13th season. He had spent over a decade portraying the caring and wise father figure, Steve Douglas, and had grown deeply connected to the role and the character. However, shortly after this announcement, CBS suddenly reversed its decision without any clear explanation. Instead of moving forward with the planned new season, the network announced that the show was canceled. This unexpected change was a heavy blow to MacMurray, who had invested so much time, effort, and emotion into his role. For MacMurray, the cancellation felt like more than just the end of a TV series. It felt like a rejection of his hard work and dedication. He believed that he had become the face of the show, and that his performance had contributed greatly to its success. The sudden reversal by CBS made him feel that the network had disrespected his efforts, leaving him with a sense of disappointment and confusion. This miscommunication created a lingering sense of hurt that stayed with him long after the show's end. Although he loved playing Steve Douglas and appreciated his fans' support, the abrupt cancellation left MacMurray feeling like his contributions were not fully valued. He struggled to come to terms with the disappointment, balancing his memories of the successful years with the frustration of feeling dismissed. Despite his feelings, MacMurray remained proud of his work on the show and continued to respect his fans who had followed his character through the years. The experience underscored how unforeseen change in the television industry could impact actors deeply, especially when they had dedicated so many years of their lives to a single project. Despite his long and successful career, the sudden ending of the television show My Three Sons left Fred MacMurray with a deep feeling of resentment. He believed he had been undervalued by CBS, even though he dedicated many years of his life to the show. Having appeared in all 380 episodes, he felt that his hard work and loyalty were not truly appreciated by the network. MacMurray thought that his many years of commitment had contributed significantly to the show's success and overall popularity, yet he perceived that the industry did not give him the recognition he deserved. This lingering bitterness affected him emotionally and showed how Hollywood decisions could leave actors feeling hurt and unappreciated. His frustration was not just about a television show, but also about how he was valued in a competitive and often harsh industry. His feelings of disappointment and unfairness became part of his legacy, adding a layer of complexity to how people view his career and his relationship with Hollywood. MacMurray's resentment highlights the emotional cost that many actors face when their work is abruptly cut short or not properly acknowledged, even after years of dedication and service. His experience reminds us that behind the screens, actors often carry feelings that extend beyond their characters, shaped by the highs and lows of their careers. Despite achieving great success in his career, Fred MacMurray harbored lingering bitterness that extended beyond his time working with CBS. This bitterness influenced his overall attitude toward television and the entertainment industry. Although he had experienced disappointment and frustration, he still felt gratitude towards his fans who supported his role in My Three Sons and cherished his performances as the caring and dependable father on the show. His feelings of mixed emotions reflected the complicated nature of Hollywood, where even actors who enjoyed fame and recognition often face struggles with industry politics and personal expectations. MacMurray's ongoing resentment towards the network highlighted the emotional toll that fame could take, especially during a period when television was still developing its identity and did not fully understand the significance of long-running series. His experience shows how success did not always come without personal costs, and how the pressures of maintaining an image and navigating the behind-the-scenes challenges could leave lasting scars. This complex web of feelings demonstrates that Hollywood's glitz often hid deeper emotional struggles, particularly for actors like MacMurray who had dedicated much of their lives to their craft, but still faced the hardships that came with fame and industry politics. His story underscores the reality that even the most beloved stars were sometimes haunted by disappointment and the unresolved tensions from their careers. After a long and successful career, Fred MacMurray faced many health challenges in his final years. He battled throat cancer, which affected his voice and overall well-being. Later, he experienced a stroke that further weakened his health. Despite these serious health issues, he continued to live his life as best as he could. Ultimately, he succumbed to leukemia, a blood cancer that drained his strength. On November 5, 1991, Fred MacMurray passed away from pneumonia at his home in Santa Monica, California. He was 83 years old. Even with his health problems, he remained a beloved figure in Hollywood. People remember him for his pioneering role in television and his many films. His work in movies and TV shows made him widely admired and respected. His passing marked the end of a special era in entertainment. Fans and colleagues mourned his loss, reflecting on the legacy he built over decades of acting. Fred MacMurray's life was a mix of great success and personal struggles, but his contributions to cinema and television continue to be celebrated. His memory lives on in the stories he told through his performances and the impact he made on the industry. Despite his passing, Fred MacMurray's final resting place at Holy Cross Cemetery remains a testament to his lasting impact on American entertainment. Over his long career, he became known for portraying a protective, kind, and dependable father figure, which helped reshape the image of what a television dad could be. His performances on television and in movies made him a household name, inspiring both fellow actors and audiences alike. He was not only a familiar face on screen, but also a talented actor capable of playing many different roles. His work in Disney films such as The Absent-Minded Professor and The Shaggy Dog helped establish his position as a beloved family favorite. Additionally, his role in the television show My Three Sons kept him in the hearts of viewers for many years, showcasing his ability to connect with audiences of all ages. Fans still enjoy watching his old movies and episodes of his TV series, keeping his memory alive through reruns and screenings. His legacy remains strong because he set a high standard for wholesome entertainment that prioritized family values. Today, his resting place reminds everyone of a man who contributed greatly to the world of film and television, leaving behind a body of work that continues to charm and inspire. Although Fred MacMurray found great success in the television show My Three Sons, he often felt a mix of sadness and anger about playing the same father role. While the show gave him steady work and a way to connect with many viewers each week, it also created a challenge for him. He wanted to show more of his acting talent and try different kinds of roles, but being the familiar father figure made it hard to do that. This made him feel frustrated because he believed it limited his possibilities as an actor. At times, he wished he could return to movies or pursue new projects that allowed him to explore different characters. Instead, he found himself stuck in a role that made him feel both proud of his work and disappointed that he could not grow creatively. Behind his calm and professional appearance, these feelings of sadness and anger stayed with him, quietly influencing his outlook. Still, he kept working with dedication and maintained his professionalism, even as his inner thoughts about missed opportunities grew stronger. Over the years, he accepted his part in the series, hoping someday to find new ways to expand his acting career. Yet, The emotions of frustration and longing for more meaningful work remained a part of his experience. The story of Fred MacMurray's time on My Three Sons becomes a reflection of the struggles many actors face when fame and typecasting limit their opportunities for growth.